Hello everyone and welcome. It's Shanna. I got my Pink and Main kit, Crafty Courtyard Kit, and I thought we'd do an unboxing and let's make a card. So they wrap this with some real nice tissue paper and there's all the goodness. And of course the paper is underneath the bag, the mesh project bag. So what we've got here as far as colors is we've got the dress shop, we have school bus, the park, we've got on the green, and we've got river walk, and my favorite, barber shop. So I'm trying to get these separated so you can see them. The park is that light green, and then the dark green is on the green, and that is the specialty paper. And behind that is the river walk, and then you can see barber shop, the darker blue, laying behind there. And those are the pieces of pattern paper. In addition to that, we have 2 sheets of 100-pound white cardstock that's included. And it's super smooth. So that's all of our paper, our cardstock. And let's just see what's in the mesh bag. I love these bags. They're great for storing your products and projects. So I'm just going to go in order from the listing. And that way I don't miss anything. So we've got this Happy Hello stamp set. And it is fabulous. That happy is huge. And then you've just got all the sentiments. Mother's Day, birthday, you make me happy. Happy for you. Happy Father's Day. Happy everything. And so very happy. And then we've got little hearts. I mean, you could just use this for so many different things. And that's called Happy Hello. And then, of course, we have the coordinating die set that comes with it, and it just cuts out everything. They're all there. All of your sentiments are there. Your large happy, and really that happy, on some of that pattern paper would just make a great card. I mean, it would just fill the full A2 size card. And then we've got a stencil, and it is called Modern Plus Stencil, and it just looks like a bunch of plus signs. And of course it's got the holes in it so you can store it. And then we've got some embellishment there. We've got an exclusive sequin mix is what it says. And then we have the 6x6 paper pad that is called Year-Round Plaids 2. And this has all the colors for all the seasons. I really like it. I like the brights. I like the pinks. It's very, very nice. So lots of options, double-sided, 6x6, just great paper. And it's really more like a cardstock than paper. It's really thick. So then we have the enamel dots, or the sticky gems, I guess is what they call them. And we've got this embossing powder. And look at that. It's just gorgeous. And that's everything that's in our kit. Now, I forgot to mention we've got the sketches on the back. And I like to use these sketches as ideas. So I thought we'd make a card. And I'm going to use this plaid pink. I just think it's gorgeous. It's got like a darker pink, a lighter pink, a purple, and then the white. And so we'll just use this to make our card. And I've got my sketches laying there beside it, and I'm going to use what I'm calling the number 2 sketch. Now it's kind of got this zigzag, pattern on there, but I don't have zigzag. But I've got a die set that I think I can layer up kind of like that, and I'm just going to use this as inspiration. So this pink plaid paper that I've got here is going to be my back panel. I'm just going to cut it to A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I'm just going to lay it down on my card base, and it is going to just cover up my whole card base. I just think it's beautiful. I love it. I think it's a perfect color for the season that we're moving into with Valentine's Day. I thought that would be great. And I'm not going to make a Valentine's card. I'm going to bring in a little different sentiment, but and I suppose you could use it for Valentine's card, but I'm going to get it glued down. Now I've got some little glue bottles. I've been fighting with my Barely Art glue bottle, And so I went and I bought some little tiny glue bottles with a precision tip on them, and I poured my Barely Art glue into there just because my bottles are so old that I've been kind of struggling with keeping them clogged. So I'm just showing you that I'm going to use that, but I don't have the zigzag. But I've got the Stylized Border Trio from Spellbinders, and I have die cut out a base layer in white, and then 3 different colors that I'll layer on top of it. That dark pink, the light pink, and then the purple. And I'm just using my pattern paper for my inspiration and just coordinating everything with it. So I'm just taking this little tiny glue bottle and just kind of putting a little bit of glue on each one of these white strips that I have here. And then I'll lay my colored panel down on top of it. And these are very detailed. And this is just one of the pieces that's in that Stylized Border Trio. And last time I checked, they were still available, and they actually were on sale. And these just make a great addition to your stash. So I would recommend them. I will link everything in the description box below. Now, I did this one on camera, and I kind of fiddled around with it. And I did the rest of them off camera, and I found out if I just got that very first one lined up exactly right, then I could just lay them all down perfectly. And I'm kind of fussing with it here, but when I do the second one, I quickly realize that just get the first one, and then they lay down perfectly. So you've got like a little white scallop on top of this, and then you've got your hot pink. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other colors as well. So I'll just come back in after I have them all. So I've got them all layered, and we're ready to lay them down on my panel. Now I'm going to turn this sketch in the opposite direction, and I'm going to lay these are like 4 1/4 size strips, and so I'm just going to lay them across the 4 1/4 side, and we'll get them laid down. I really like how this turns out. It was a lot of fun. As soon as I saw those zigzags, I immediately thought of this die set. So I don't know, why, but I thought it was a good replacement for the fact that I didn't have kind of a zigzag. I even looked at the pattern paper and thought, could I kind of cut it, with a plaid pattern or something? I looked at different ones on there, and then I ultimately decided to go with this. So that's what I did. So let's see, what have we been up to? Today, let's see, I got up early and I went to Hobby Lobby so I could get the things to make my craft roulette card. I needed some brads, I needed some vellum. I also picked up these glue bottles, the little one that I'm showing there. There were 4 in a package, and that is going to be very helpful when I have my card parties, because the girls were all kind of fighting over the glue. So it'll be nice to have extra glue bottles for that. What else did I get? I'm trying to think. I saw several things. Oh, I also picked up some of their foam tape just so I'd have some of that. And I got some replacements for my glue tape runner, and got that. And then I did a little more shopping, and I got home and I thought I would just spend the whole day crafting. And then my daughter called, and she was having some work done at the house. And actually they were installing some can lights, and they were having some of the insulation fall down out of the ceiling as they were drilling holes and stuff. And her 2-year-old son, her oldest son, was awake, and the baby was asleep. But she said, why don't you come and get him and take him to lunch? So I went and picked him up and took him to lunch. We went to McDonald's, and he had fun. And then from there, I thought, well, they needed a little bit more time for their installation, so I took him over to my sister's house. And he was excited to go there. He just loves my sister. And we played. And he played for a good while at her house. She has kind of a long hallway, and he just had a blast running back and forth through that hallway. And we'd taken in his little fire truck and his little helicopter, and he was playing with those and kind of showing my sister how the helicopter flies high in the sky. And she was watching some old movies. Gidget Goes to Hawaii. And so we sat there and watched that, and it was a lot of fun. And then he was ready to take a nap, and so I went ahead and took him home, and then I came home and started crafting, and I put together my craft roulette card. And then I had a little bit more time, and I thought, I'm going to put this together. I hadn't gotten into this Pink and Main kit yet, and you know, it's always fun to get into new things that you get. So I was excited to open it up and to make a card. And I didn't get into the stamping or the die cutting because we had plans to play games this evening next door. And so I just did something simple with this. I thought it was fairly simple. And then I'm just going to bring in a sentiment to kind of match what they're showing on the sketch right there. And we'll just turn it the other way around. And I'm bringing in the purple paper, and I'm also bringing in the pink paper. And we'll get it laid down. I'm going to layer it. Now, the sketch doesn't show a layer, but I originally had the pink cut, and I thought that it just blended in with the pink background paper, so I wanted to lay the purple on it as well. And so I'm just going to get it laid down on there. And this will pretty much finish up our card. We will add some embellishments to it. I like how these little glue bottles have the topper attached to it so you don't lose it. Because I was forever chasing that pin around that goes in the Bearly art. And so it's convenient that it's attached so I don't have to chase it around anymore. So I needed to move that over a little bit because I didn't have my whole sentiment on the card. So I'm just sliding it over a little bit and pressing it down, trying to get it straight, and then I'll just turn it over, cut off the remainder, and then that'll finish off this card. I had some foam tape stuck on my scissors. I think it's really pretty. It's very simple, and yet very pretty. So I've got these embellishments that came in the kit, and I thought the hot pink would look good on there. So I'm just going to pull some of those out and add them to my sentiment. Just going to grab my little tool. It's so helpful to have that, just to pick them up and then to set them down. And I'm going to do 2 on the one side and then 1 on the other, just so I have the uneven amount. And that'll take care of it. I was really pleased with how it turned out. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye now.